Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am Danielle, aka Stitcherista, here on YouTube. New hair, yeah. And we're gonna do a car chat today. So I am pulling out of my driveway, and we are having some recessed lighting put in our kitchen. And I hate being in the house when work is being done, if you know what I mean. Wow, you can really see it in the light. And so I'm like, okay, I gotta be out of the house for a couple hours. I was originally, oh, excuse me, going to go to the stitching post. And I was gonna ask Jill if she wanted to come up there and have lunch. But she went last week, and she's like an hour away, so she doesn't want to come again. So yeah, my appointment was yesterday at 5:30. I was there for 3 hours because if you follow me on Instagram, you will have seen foils. So, you know, had to put foils for the lighter parts. And that takes time to set, and then they had to tone it. But yeah, I really like it. I think it turned out very, very good. And she did a little bit of a trim, but she didn't cut my bangs because I was like, I'm fucking letting those grow out, you know. And so now I'll go every 6 weeks to get the roots done. It's just nice to have color professionally done that I don't have to fool with, that I don't have to do, because my hair was looking jacked up. Let me tell you, the roots, oh my God. So I thought I'll chat with you when I get to Starbucks. When I go there, I'm gonna go get a coffee because I have like $115 on my gift card. And I thought I would do a true crime story, maybe. Why not? Face to face. I brought my iPad. I also brought my little like clipboard, and I thought I would show you guys some cross stitch projects I want to do from back issues of the Just Cross Stitch Halloween. I pulled those out of the magazines, and also what my next project is going to be. I didn't do any stitching last night because, like I said, I worked until 5, and I'm so thankful that the job we had, it didn't go but like another hour past when I had to stop. So I finalized that this morning and got that sent to the proofreader. And yeah, my husband is meeting, it's actually Bill's friend's son-in-law that's an electrician. So he is going to put the recessed lighting in our kitchen. And really nice guy, really good at his job. So he's meeting him at Home Depot to pick out the lighting and all of that. Hopefully it won't take more than a couple of hours because I do want to check my P.O. box. And I also thought I would stop in at Goodwill. I haven't been to Goodwill in like a year and a half or 2 years. So I was like, why not? Since I'm going to be, you know, out and about. I did bring my book. I'm almost done, Mrs. Rochester's Ghost. It's so good. It's so good because I'm still like, did he do it? You know, it's that kind of thing. Yeah, my hair looks really different in the daylight than it does at home, like in the mirror, you know. Looks good though. Bill was like, ooh, I really love the lighter ends. He likes blonde better, but I feel like my natural color is brown, so I am more complected to have the darker color. This is fantastic. Yeah. And it's not really fixed right now. I mean, I usually try to curl it more, so it may look a little different once I didn't wash my hair today. She just washed it last night and fixed it and everything. So why was I going to do that? No. No. But it was so funny because, so I get home and Bill's like, so we have neighbors on either side, and the neighbor on our right side is a professional painter. He has a painting company. And he said, I rented to Dennis outside And Dennis is like, oh, where's Danielle? And he says, oh, she's going to get her hair done. And Dennis is like, how old is she? And Bill says, 47. He's like, no, she isn't. Yes. He said, oh my God. He said, I thought she was like 10 years younger than you. I was like, let's go. And what's so funny about that, when I was sitting in my hairstylist chair, now I haven't seen her since January. And she was like, how old are you again? And I said 47. And she literally dropped the comb that she had in her hand on the floor. She had to get a new comb. And she goes, no, you're not. I said, yes, I am. And you know what's so funny? Because, you know, I look in the mirror and I feel like I'm old AF, you know? But obviously I don't look that way to other people. I was like 2 people in 2 days like, you're not 47. I told Bill, I swear, because I stay out of the sun, I don't smoke, I'm healthier now, right? I said, when we're like 70, I'm gonna look 50, and they're gonna think you went and got yourself some young chickie. Yeah, that's exactly how that's gonna go. By the way, I bought new readers. Bill and I talked this morning. I gotta put myself on a budget for spending because I've been spending too much money. Yeah, and I fully admit it. I was just like, oh my God, the amount of cross-stitch stuff I have bought. Heck, yeah. Anyway, I wanted a pair of readers because I have like the cheap pairs from Amazon because I have to use them when I stitch or diamond paint. I went searching on Etsy because I wanted a pair that was like blinged out that I can wear to like retreats. And I found a pair of cat eye ones that are like totally blinged out and they shipped. I cannot wait to get them. I hope they look as good as they do in the picture because, oh my God, I will for sure put them on and show you guys. But yeah, just so excited to be back into cross stitch. Like I said, although my bank account, what you looking at, has taken a hit. See, I haven't hit any traffic yet. See, usually I'll be like, what the fuck, motherfucker? You know, yeah. But it's 8:55 a.m. on Saturday. I probably won't put this video up until Sunday because I'm already having 2 videos go up today on Saturday. But yeah, I thought I would read a true crime, show you my cross stitch while I'm drinking a coffee. And I usually intermittent fast until 2 p.m. I'm going to get a mocha. I'm not even going to worry about it. I'm not going to eat anything, but I'm going to get a mocha because I could get their dark roast coffee, which I use their K-Cups at home. But if I'm going to treat myself, I'm going to get a mocha. And apparently they don't have the sugar-free chocolate syrup anymore to make a skinny mocha, which is a lot less carbs. We figured that out last time. Now, in Ocean City, where I go to some of my retreats, Starbucks there has, at least when we went last year, I was able to get it. Yeah, Bill and I can't wait. A couple weeks. Actually, now it's only like, what am I doing? It's only like, what's today? Today's the 7th. So, like, a little over 2 weeks. Little over 2 weeks, and we'll be on our vacation. Can't wait. Oh my God, I just realized one thing I do need to buy, and I'm gonna have to tell him this. I need to get a new bathing suit because I guarantee you, well, I first need to try on the old one. I'm guessing it's not gonna fit. I've lost almost 30 pounds, so yeah. I was gonna go into Michael's, but I'll just spend money unnecessarily in there. Goodwill, I'm very curious about. Clothes. I'm telling you, when I was in college, for those 4 years, now I worked in an office and had to have office attire, broke as a joke when I was in college. What are we doing here? I gotta get over. But yeah, broke as a joke, right? And Goodwill. That's where I got all my work clothes. And Goodwill then, back in the early 90s, really cheap for clothes. Now, you can pay $5 for a shirt. I remember paying $1 for clothes. Yeah. Oh my God, I'd take $20 in there and have almost a whole new wardrobe. But now I'm curious to like look for, I didn't have to turn right here, but I guess I am now. There's somebody behind me. This is a plaza that also has Michaels in it. I'm curious to look at like picture frames and houseware stuff, because you guys always find such amazing picture frames and stuff at Goodwill for framing cross-stitch pieces and stuff. So, but yeah, I do really want to look at the clothes. But if you've ever been to a Goodwill, looking at the clothes at a Goodwill, well, it looks like I got some time, because it's all mixed up. You got to look through everything. But like I said, I have bought so many clothes at Michael's. I just passed Michael's. That's what made me think of it. At Goodwill. And some, I mean, I remember one time when my stepdaughter was a lot younger, her and I went to a Goodwill in Annapolis, which is like a more affluent, I should say, like ritzy part of our county, and went to the Goodwill there, and I found a pair of, I want to say Lucky brand jeans. It was some well-known company with the tag still on, and they're like $90 jeans, and I got them for like $10 or something cuckoo like that. And they were, I wore those things until literally there were holes in them, because it was, God, someone's car broke down at Starbucks. Oh, there's someone out here taking our order. The fuck? All right, let me pause. Okay, I actually forgot that I got a small mocha. I'm good. That I have the app on my phone to scan for the Starbucks, so I had to cut the clip anyway. Delicioso. I usually carry a spoon in my purse, no lie, because when you get a mocha, I usually always stir it up, because the chocolate will settle to the bottom. Oh yeah. So I thought of something I wanted to say when I was in line, and I forget now. Damn it, I hate that. I don't know if it was something about Goodwill. But yeah, I need to go check my P.O. box. Goodwill, though, is close to here. Like, I pulled in the parking lot of actually Mercy, the place I come for my oncologist and all of that, those visits. This plaza is very prolific, meaning, I mean, there's a Starbucks and a Boston Market and a Mercy, Massage Envy, Potbelly, a Weight Watchers thing. There's a Chipotle there, Home Depot. There's a ton of places in here. And, yeah, the Michael's here is really nice. But yeah, maybe I'll think of it when, let me scoot back some. Maybe I'll think of it as I'm talking. Oh, let's show you the cross-stitch stuff first, because I know not everyone likes the true crime. So if you want to tune out after the... So I have this cool little clipboard that I got from Amazon. I'll link it down below. I actually bought it to hold a pattern at a retreat, because it'll hold this, and then you can like open this and flip it up. I actually have a knitting pattern keeper that I'm going to start using. It looks like an iPad cover, but it has like magnets. Yeah, I'm going to start using that. But the next one I'm going to do after the Beware the Cat that I'm doing. Oh my God. Doesn't my hair look like these flosses? Doesn't my hair look like these flosses? Yeah. I have them in, I don't know why I have those in there. Okay. The next one I'm going to do, and I'm going to tell you what my first thought was when I saw this. Okay. Now this is from this year's Just Cross Stitch Halloween. I'd turn back if I were you. I'm going to hang it on. I'm going to make it and hang it on my door of my office. Isn't that good? And look, I already wrote myself notes because what I want to do is I want to do this one on canvas. I want to find an orange Halloween fabric at like Joann's and Hobby Lobby. There's somebody walking across the parking lot and they're going to be like, why the fuck are you talking to your phone? And then I want to fray the edges. See how they frayed the edges of the piece? I want to fray the edges of the piece and use interfacing. Because remember, I bought that interfacing and then iron it onto the canvas. Yeah. So I will write myself notes like that. Okay. So when I went to pull the threads for this, because I'm like, oh, it must be like 3 colors. First of all, it's charted in Sullivan's. My first thought was, who the fuck is stitching with Sullivan's? We all know. Let's face it, not for over-dyed floss. For regular floss, DMC is the shizow. Like, and yes, I did just say that. DMC is it. Who's stitching with Sullivan's? No. Now, I know there is probably a conversion online for Sullivan's to DMC. And sometimes they will give you Sullivan's to DMC. They did not in this one. So I had to go by the name of the color and looking at the pattern, and here's my conversion. Yeah. I was just like, what the? Here's my conversion. Here, I pulled out the colors. Yeah. And of course, what I'm going to stitch it on, because anytime something calls for black, the only, and I'm dead fucking serious, the only black fabric I will stitch on is Fiberlicious Chalkboard Aida. Gorgissimo fabric. Let's open it up and look at it. And in daylight, I should probably film all my cross stitch videos in the car because in daylight, it's so gorgeous and it's not hard on the eyes. I actually just ordered some more Fiberlicious Aida. This was like last week, because I love her Aida so much. And I ordered another piece of chalkboard because you can never have enough. I also, good news, was able to get on her fabric of the month list. Yay, because I wasn't. And I also even signed up for Be Stitch Me. It's another fabric company. Jill really likes them. And I ordered some pieces of Aida from them. And I got on their fabric of the month too. Let's go. Yeah. Still waiting for the DMC cabinet to come back in stock. Don't know when that is ever going to be in stock again. McKenna had actually sent me a message. It was in stock. And I'm like, would they have fucking one of them? Because when I went and looked, it was sold out. Okay, so another one I want to do from this year is broom parking. Yes, I pull my patterns out of the magazine. Because I can do what I want. Because I bought the magazine. Ready for the party. Cute, right? And I even have gray fabric like that. It's Morning Mist Aida from Fiberlicious. Nightmare Before Coffee. Ha! This one I really like, and this would go on chalkboard also, because I won't use that whole piece for that. Cool. I love that one. And Presencia. What? They have a DMC conversion though. Yeah. But I'm telling you, my DMC color card that has the actual thread on it, godsend. When you're changing colors or trying to fucking do a conversion, yeah. How you like my nails? The gel ones, the gel stickers, the Ohora ones. I hate saying Ohora. It sounds like I'm saying whore. I'm going to start saying Vanity Table because that's where I bought it from. Don't you love it though? Love it. And I bought a better lamp on Amazon that is wireless, rechargeable. Oh yes, loving the gel manicures. Okay, pick your poison, because poison, are you kidding me? You know what I mean? Every single true crime I've done here recently has been about poison. Like, what the fuck, people? And this one, I think this one might be the next one I try. It's full coverage. Yeah. But oh my God. Isn't that gorgeous? And it looks like Harry Potter. The thing is dressed like Hufflepuff. Is that the house? Okay. So that's all from this year's issues. I had some other issues. So this one is from 2020. I have orange fabric too. I have Fiberlicious Ada in Jack-O-Lantern. It all black. And of course I would use Petite Treasure braid. But I would not do long stitches. I would do every little single stitch. I'm telling you, that was a learning lesson for backstitch because no. And then this one I was actually going to do on perforated paper, but I probably won't. I have a really nice piece of Vanilla Latte Ada from Hand Dyed Fabrics by Stephanie. I mean, this would be pretty simple too. Black on white. This one is also from 2020. So simple. I mean, that would just, I could probably almost do that one in a night. Now, this one is so friggin' cool, and I don't know how I haven't stitched this yet. This is from also the 2020. Look at that motherfucker. Solidly stitched, except there are spaces, but so you would stitch this on white. Oh my God, isn't that gorgeous? Ah! And it only uses how many colors? Black, gray, and orange. Because the white is your fabric. I mean, can we not? Can we even, right? And then the last one, welcome if you dare. And I have purple fabric. I got all the fabric. Yeah. Yeah. I told my husband how much fabric I've bought. I'm honest with him. He knows I spend, but he doesn't know. He didn't know I had spent as much as I did here recently. Whoopsie. Whoopsie, but not whoopsie, right? And I still am going to buy the DMC cabinet when it comes back in stock. He already knows that. Whoops, got to put those flosses in there. Oh, I remember one thing I wanted to tell you. So remember, I'm trying to like boost my credit score a little bit. My credit's good, but it's not as high as my husband's. And so I got an Amazon Prime credit card. They only gave me $500 limit, but I'm going to use it, pay it off, and then in a couple months, they say like 3 months, do a request for a credit line increase. So we'll see. But the only reason I got it is because you get rewards from Amazon, and I'm always buying shit on there, right? The credit card is through Chase. Now, I went on there yesterday because I wanted to go paperless with my statements, and I wanted to I got the physical card in the mail, so I wanted to sort of, you know, activate it, do all that. Oh my God, the woman walking in the parking lot, she has like bright pink hair. It looks so cool. Maybe one day I'll be so bold to do that. Anyway, when I go to sign in, because you have to put in like your social security number and your card number, it says, oh, we have to send you a code. And it brings up a number that I haven't had for like 15 years. And it brings up an email I haven't had for 10 years. And I'm like, what the fuck? So I have to call Chase, talk to somebody on the phone and be like, this is not, what am I supposed to do? And he's like, oh, I have to sync your accounts, merge your accounts. Okay. So he said give it a day, and I tried to check it today and it was still messed up. So I'm like, if I have to call again, I'll give it till Monday. If it's not right and I got to call again, I'm going to be like, what the actual, yeah. Because I need to be able to go in there and change my information, have my current number, my current email, all that crap. Yeah, it's not letting me do it. So, yeah. All right. True crime. Let's do it. Got my iPad. This is like the most awesome iPad case I've ever had. This is magnetic. And I mean, you can shake it and it's not coming out. Because the other cases I had used to always flap and fall. And I paid $50 for this case. I don't care if it's something good. Okay, we're going to try to hang this over the steering wheel. Is that going to work? Yes. Maybe. Yeah, well, that way I don't have to hold it, right? Oh, yeah, Mrs. Rochester's Ghost. Oh, my God. So good. I'm on page 347 of 387, so I only have 40 pages left. But, yeah, post office closes at 1, so I need to get there before then. I'll be there before 1 o'clock. See that guy walking behind me? Did you see him? All right. So today's story is Melissa Ann Friedrich. She's quite severe looking in the picture. So black widows and bluebeards are generally considered to be financially motivated killers. Their MO is usually to dupe unsuspecting victims into marrying them, often bigamously, meaning they're not even legally married, right? And then getting them to sign over everything they own. Once that is achieved, the victim is swiftly dispatched before the killer moves on to the next project. However, most of these killers have a motive that goes beyond money. They enjoy the thrill of the hunt, entangling the victim in a web of lies, watching as they hurtle unknowingly towards their doom. Fucking psychopaths. I mean, sociopaths. You know what I mean? To enjoy something like that. So it is akin to playing God. So Melissa must be this kind of person, right? So Melissa Ann Stewart was born in Burnt Church, New Brunswick on May 16th, 1938. Another old one. As a teen, she moved with her family to Ontario, where in 1955, she met and married factory worker Russell Shepard. Melissa was just 17 at the time, but she left her family behind to move with her new husband to his home of Montague, Prince Edward Island. I live in Montague. I would love to say that, right? By the age of 20, she was mother to 2 children, a boy and a girl, and she had also run afoul of the law for the first time, racking up an 11th-month jail term for forgery. She would spend 1/3 of the next 15 years behind bars on various fraud and forgery charges. Okay. Needless to say, Melissa's propensity for petty crime put a strain on her marriage and the couple separated. Yeah, no shit. Like, in 1988, she moved in with widower Gordon Stewart, so she's 50. Later marrying him in twin ceremonies in Las Vegas and Vancouver. Why would you marry somebody twice? Unbeknownst to Gordon, though, the marriage was invalid because she was still married to her first husband and wouldn't obtain a divorce until May 1991. And how long is this story? Not too bad. And that wasn't all that Gordon didn't know about his new bride. The couple had barely set up house in Vancouver, British Columbia, when money started to go missing from Gordon's bank accounts. Whoopsie. At around the same time, Melissa started accusing her husband of sexual and physical abuse. Really? Just before Christmas 1990, Gordon was admitted to a Vancouver hospital. Here we fucking go. He appeared disoriented and was foaming at the mouth. Poison? Doctors soon discovered why. He had ingested large amounts of benzodiazepine, a psychoactive drug usually prescribed for insomnia or anxiety, and Gordon swore he hadn't taken the drug, but doctors didn't believe him. But luckily, he would make a full recovery, and so that matter went no further. But a couple of months later, police officers were called to a domestic disturbance at their residence, and after a cursory investigation, Gordon was arrested for assault. A guilty plea to the charge saw him spend 3 weeks in jail, and by the time he was released in March of 1991, Gordon found that Melissa had obtained a restraining order against him. Really? Defying that order, he tracked Melissa down and begged her to take him back. Must be some good china there because, yeah. Eventually she agreed, and in April they moved together to Dartmouth, Nova Scotia, and their reconciliation would not last long because she's a psychopath. That's why. So on April 27, 1991, a distraught Melissa called the Dartmouth police to report an accident. She said that she and her husband had been driving near Halifax Airport when they had gotten into an argument. Melissa had been at the wheel and Gordon had demanded that she stop so that he could get out. She had done as he asked, but just as she was pulling off, he jumped in front of the car and she had accidentally struck him. Afraid of what he might do to her, she had not stopped, instead driving home to report the accident. Yeah, I'm guessing she didn't hit him accidentally. Officers quickly... I'm going to see if I got a spoon in here. Do I have a spoon in my glove compartment? I'm telling you, I usually... No, I don't. I don't think I have one in my purse. My cool Kate Spade purse, which you wouldn't believe the compliments I get on this purse. I wish it was a little bit bigger. Let's go, Danielle. You got a spoon in your purse. I told you I carry a spoon. Okay. Officers quickly responded to the scene of the accident and found Gordon exactly where Melissa... Oh yeah, I'm stirring it and it's turning chocolatey. Where Melissa had said he'd be, but that was the only piece of information that she had given accurately because Gordon was dead. And it was clear he had been hit more than once. So just like the guy trying to chop off his fucking leg, an accident is not hitting yourself in the leg with an axe 3 times. It's hitting yourself once. Shit, dripping coffee everywhere. I gotta wipe off this spoon before I put it back in my purse, right? But yeah, I have to thank all the people that have gotten me Starbucks gift cards because I still have like $115 on there. Let's go. Yeah. Okay. So an autopsy of Gordon would find alcohol and benzodiazepine in his system, suggesting that he had probably been passed out at the time that Melissa dragged him from the vehicle and then ran him over. She thinks she was going to get away with that. Soon, the police had tracked down 2 eyewitnesses who could back up their theory. They had seen Marie drive over her husband, back up, and then drive over him again. Jesus fucking Christ. What? The timeline also suggested that she had waited 3 hours before calling the police. So he might not have been dead. 3 hours? So Melissa was charged with murder. Obviously, right? At her trial, she sobbingly admitted to killing Gordon, but said that it had been the culmination of years of abuse during which she frequently been raped, beaten, and sodomized. It was a convincing performance, and it swayed the jury, who found her not guilty of murder, but she was found guilty of manslaughter. So Melissa was sentenced to 6 years in prison, and she served just 2. But her story does not end there. No, because these criminals are quite prolific, right? As the new century dawned, Melissa Stewart was a woman now in her early 60s. My mom's in her 60s. I can't imagine my mom killing someone. Maybe my sister. No, psych, I'm teasing. No. Teenagers, right? Yeah. She was still fairly attractive and still keen on male companionship despite her earlier experiences. Well, yeah, I mean, you know, we all want companionship. We all want to be with somebody, right? Most of the time. She had also found a new way of meeting potential partners, the internet. Holy hell. She began scouting dating sites, paying particular attention to Christian pages aimed at seniors. My God, she's going to prey on the people who believe in God. And it was through this that she came across retired engineer Robert Friedrich in April of 2000. The two began corresponding, and a month later, Robert invited her to visit him at his home in Florida. At their first meeting, she told him flat out that she believed God wanted them to be together, and within 3 days, they were talking wedding plans, and a month later, they were married. No, Robert, no. You big dummy. Thereafter, Melissa relocated to Florida to live with her new husband. They got married in Nova Scotia, but So it wasn't long after the wedding before Robert's family began noticing changes in his behavior. Here we go. Excuse me. His health deteriorated and his speech became slurred. The family suspected that Melissa was responsible, and in July of 2002, one of Robert's sons even lodged a complaint with the Elder Abuse Line. Ooh. 6 months later, Robert was dead of an apparent heart attack. During the 2 years, he was only 2 years, during the 2 years of his marriage to Melissa, he had made her the sole beneficiary of his $100,000 estate. Unsurprisingly, Robert's family was highly suspicious of the circumstances under which he died. Yeah. They complained to the county sheriff, alleging that Melissa had poisoned him. Unfortunately, as the body had been cremated, smart girl there was no way of proving this. Melissa stayed on in Florida for the next 2 years, where she continued to cash her husband's Social Security checks. Fraud! In the interim, a civil suit had stripped her of all but $15,000 of Robert's estate. Holy shit. So, Melissa returned to Canada in 2004, but by the end of the year, she was back in Florida pursuing another man who she had met online, 73-year-old Alex Strategos. These poor men. On the night of their very first date, she followed him back to his apartment and announced she was moving in. On their first date? What? And a familiar pattern soon followed. Alex began suffering dizzy spells, slurred speech, and small accidents. Over the next 3 months, he was taken to the ER on no fewer than 8 occasions in 3 months. During one of those visits, Melissa persuaded him to give her power of attorney over his financial affairs, and she then began siphoning money out of his accounts. And, you know, little side note, what is she doing with all of this money? Is she buying stuff? Is she shopping? Clothes, cross-stitch, nails? Because that's what I've been buying. I told my husband, I'm like, I know I've been buying nail stuff. I've been buying all the things. Yeah. Fortunately, Alex's son was not taken in by Melissa's slickness, right? After he noticed that benzodiazepine had shown up on his father's blood test and saw that there were several large withdrawals from his father's bank account, Dean went to the police. And on January 6, 2005, Melissa was arrested and charged with grand theft, fraud, and forgery. Holy hell. She accepted a plea bargain and was sentenced to 5 years in prison. So now this is her second time serving prison time. In 2009, Melissa was released from a Florida jail and deported to Canada. She moved into a seniors complex in Nova Scotia. Yet even now, at the age of 74, she wasn't done. Fucking take a breath, woman. Like, relax for the rest of your life, right? She was soon going back to the dating websites looking for another meal ticket, and she found one in 75-year-old Fred Weeks. Fred married Melissa, because Jesus Christ, this woman just, I'm telling you, the picture is quite severe. She must have the charm or the good china, or I don't know what she's doing to these people. He married Melissa on September 25th, 2012, but he barely made it past the honeymoon. Wow. After traveling to a guest house in North Sydney, Nova Scotia on September 28th, the couple retired to their room, and the following morning, Melissa advised the staff that her husband was ill and needed an ambulance. However, she insisted on finishing her breakfast before the ambulance was called. Because, yeah, you gotta eat, right? The fuck? Paramedics found a frail and disoriented Fred lying on the floor of the couple's room. He was rushed to the hospital where tests showed a high dose of benzodiazepine in his body. Fred would eventually make a full recovery. Let's go, Fred, right? But that did not mean Melissa was off the hook. A search of their household had turned up a large stash of prescription drugs, including 144 lorazepam prescribed to Melissa by 5 different doctors. This saw her charged with the attempted murder of Fred, but she struck a deal again, accepting a prison term of 3 years, and she was released in 2016. As of right now, both the American and Canadian authorities are currently investigating her for Social Security fraud amounting to tens of thousands of dollars. What's scary about that, though, is that she's probably preying on some other unsuspecting man. Wow. Holy shit. I don't know. I can't imagine doing that. I can't. We gotta start the car up. It's quite hot outside. I'm gonna head to Goodwill now. I won't end this quite yet because I will, if I get anything in Goodwill, I'll come back and tell you. If I did, I'll show you in the parking lot. And if not, then I'll just come back and end the segment. Actually, I might end it at the post office because if I have something in my P.O. box, I'll show you guys. I'll pull it out. That's what she said. No. But okay, I'm going to stop the clip here and I'll see you when I come out of Goodwill. Okay. Goodwill doesn't open until 10 o'clock. And when I was there, it was like 9:38. So I decided to ride down to the post office because I got time. They just got back. See, I have the Ring doorbell on my phone and I just saw the notification. They just got back to the house. It's 10 o'clock, so they haven't even started. I'm actually going to try to find a different Goodwill, I think, to go to because the one I was at isn't like a good part of town, you know what I mean? Okay, there was something in my P.O. box. So let's see what it was. Oh, it looks like a coloring book. I haven't colored in a billion years. It is. It's so pretty. Okay. Take it easy. Okay, this was shoved in my P.O. box, by the way. It was all bent up. Yeah. Let's do this. It's your let's do this time. This is Teta, T-E-T-A. So she said, I saw this in my collection and thought of you. I know you love Hannah Lynn and I hope the tattoos are okay. This is a just because package and a let's do this package and a take it easy package. Don't let the trolls get to you on your channel. You have a lot of supporters, way more than the trolls. Absolutely. And you know, speaking of trolls, I did have someone comment on my language and I knew, you know, I was due. I was due because you go through, I go through like a month or two and get nothing and then I'll get like 50. This person, it had to have been the only video that they watched because it just had to. And they were like, oh, the F word is just not you. It takes away from you and your channel. And yeah, fuck you. I pinned your comment because there were a couple people that commented below it. I'm just like, when people say that, it's almost like, okay, I'm supposed to change the way I am because you don't like it. No. No. Just watch another channel. But the coloring book that she got, I love Hannah Lynn. Oh my God. Gorgeous. I really like this one. Alice in Wonderland, We're All Mad Here. Yeah, I really love that one. So now I need to, thank you so much, Tanta. Love this. Love it, love it, love it. Now I need to get off of here so I can find another Goodwill to go to. I even thought about calling my mom and saying, hey, I can come see you guys, you know. I haven't seen her in like a while. Yeah, I don't know. But okay, yeah, I'm going to get off here so I can search where Goodwills are around me. And then we'll see if I can do some shopping. Okay, I got some stuffs at Goodwill. So, I spent $33. Stuff is not cheap at Goodwill anymore. Like everything was $5. And they do like an education program where you round up your cents. So I did that. So let me show you first. I looked all over the store. I bought this. This is, now the only reason I got this is because it's like all wrapped up. So you know that whoever had this never even opened it. So it's something where you would put pictures in, right? You would slip pictures underneath. I thought, what if I finish like, I love a bunch of the ornaments from the just cross stitch ornament issues, but a bunch of like smaller patterns, finish them either on perforated paper or if I do it on fabric, back it with felt so it's got some heft and then just like tuck them in here. Wouldn't that look cool? This was $5. Yeah. And then I got a board game. So I have a bunch of board games on my Amazon wish list because I love board games. Trying to get Bill to play one, however, is another thing. But this game I have on my wish list, and I want to say it's like 25 or 30 bucks. This was $5. Rumacube. I saw this and almost like died. Now, the box looks pretty new, and I hope all the pieces are in here. I opened it up and looked at it, and I'm gonna have to count it when I go home. But $5. Yeah. It's like a rummy game where you have like a stand and you're trying to make like 3 7s or like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you're trying to get rid of all your tiles. I really like it. So guess what Bill and I are gonna be doing tonight? Playing a board game, because I'm gonna make him play it. And then I got some clothes. Now, clothes at Goodwill. It's risky because I didn't try anything on, even though they had stuff you could try on. And something I bought, I can't even fit into yet, but goals. I had to get them. I walked by them, and then I'm like, I really like them. So I like crazy clothes a little bit, like jeans. Look at these jeans. Yeah, I wear these. I don't care. They're a size 9 though. I'm wearing a 12 right now. So I know my ass can't get into them yet, but I walked by them and then I'm like, I gotta have those. Aren't they so cool though? I don't care. I don't care. I'll be 80 years old wearing stuff like this. I don't care. I will be that cool grandmother. God, please. Yeah. All right. So they were $5. No, they were $5.99. Then I got 3 shirts, and that was it. So, you know, we all have our own style of clothing, right? So this is definitely my style. Seat. Like the shirt, long sleeve, jersey, purple. I mean, yeah. And this is Cynthia Rowley. I think that's a good clothing brand, right? Am I wrong about that? But yeah, got that. And I look over the clothes and pretty good, meaning I don't buy stuff with like stains or holes or anything like that. Then I got this thinking I could wear this somewhere fancy or to a party with like a white top underneath of it. It's like black and silver. Isn't that pretty? Yeah, and it's zippers. So I definitely would have to wear like a white tank top underneath of it. First of all, it's see-through. But yeah, I really like that. So this was also $5.99, I think. $4.99. And then the last piece of clothing I got is something I know sold at Costco because the brand is Kirkland's, but I absolutely loved it. It's like an active wear top, but look at that green. Look up against my hair. Isn't that beautiful? And what is going on here? Oh, it goes this way. I like that it's hooded, that it had a hood with it, but I loved the green. And yeah, it's got a hood, long sleeved. Yeah. And this was $4.99. So yeah, all told, $30, $33. Not bad. I thought not bad for a game, a thing for cross stitch. I didn't see any framed cross stitch in there. And then, you know, the 3 shirts and a pair of pants. Not bad. I'll go home and tell Bill, well, let me use some hand sanitizer. I used it when I came out. I need to put some more in here. I always keep hand sanitizer in my car. And then when I get home, I'll wash my hands pretty good. But yeah, now I got to figure out where else am I going now because, oh God, somebody go. It's so early. It's only 11 o'clock. Maybe I'll call my mommy and say, hey, how about if I come visit? Right? So I'm going to end this here, guys. This video is plenty long. So as always, if you have any questions, please leave them in the comment section below and I will answer them to the best of my ability. Thank you so much for watching and subscribing, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys.